It's Christmas. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. I've currently got the hiccups, so hold on. Oh gosh, I hate getting hiccups. I absolutely hate it. Oh my gosh. Okay, how do you get rid of hiccups? Let's Google it. How to get rid of hiccups. Okay, hold your breath and swallow 3 times. I think we've done it. Yes, I think we've done it. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. You already know the vibes. If you're new, drop a comment down below and let me know where you're coming from. If you're a returning sub, mwah, I love you. If you're new, I love you too, but you know, join the family and then yeah. Also, make sure that you're following all my socials, Chanell A. Wallace on TikTok and Food with Chanell on Instagram, YouTube and Pinterest. Now, it's been a while since you guys have seen my face in it. It's been what, 2 days I think. Vlogmas is a lot, you know. Let me get comfy because I can't. Vlogmas is tiring. Now, I don't know about any other content creators and if they're sharing the experience like this or if they are just like, I don't know. Basically, I don't know if they're doing the whole shebang and really showing how it affects them or if they're just showing Christmassy stuff. I feel like Chanell has turned this into, I don't know, Shan vlogs. I don't know, but it's pretty much gone from being Christmassy things to being about me to being about a whole load of things basically. So the main thing that I want to say is thank you for watching my vlogs up until this point, because I know that some of them you didn't see my face, you didn't hear me talk, but I'm a very creative person, so I wanted to kind of just do a lot of things and again be honest with you guys. We already had a little conversation about this on, I'm trying to think if it was Friday or Thursday. Anyway, last week, basically, because it's Monday today. Last week we had a conversation and I told you guys about how I had a Q&A all planned, my camera stopped working, and I also had bad news. Now, I don't want to delve into it too much, but today, what I decided to do, I'm a little bit nervous about it. I'm a little bit nervous. But I decided to give a little story time. The reason why I decided to do a little story time is because it's really affected me today. It's affected me a lot to the point where I feel like if I just pretended to be okay, I'd be lying to you all. Especially just to film myself cooking something, making something, and you know, acting like I'm in the best mood when I'm not, basically. So I wanted to, I'm even shaking. Oh, stop it, girl. I thought, okay, yeah, we all know my channel is for food and whatnot, but I'm also a personality as well. I'm a person, I'm a human being. I want to inspire others that are going through things and, you know, want to see the light on the other side. And I think for me, doing what I'm doing and helping you guys, it really does fulfill my life's purpose, my life's journey. And without it, honestly, without Food with Chanell, without the channel, TikTok, all of that, I know this sounds really, it probably sounds stupid to some, but it's very real to someone like me. So I hold it with chest. I don't care how stupid it sounds. What you guys do in commenting, in sharing, in trying out my recipes, all of that, it brings me so much happiness in comparison to how I used to feel before. So that's one. I need to thank you all for just supporting my journey thus far, and yeah, all of that. I had to make a hot drink because I knew that this was going to be a hard one for me. I'm not going to make it long. This is going to be a short vlog as well, because today is a little bit of a break day as well. I've got on a comfy jumper, hair and makeup's not done. This is me. This is really me. This is who I am on an average day. I even had a FaceTime with my sister this morning, and just seeing my nephew on FaceTime, it really made my day. It made me realise that I need to vlog today, because today is a new day, and today also means that God's given me another opportunity to share some of what I give to the world again. Like, that's what I think is really important, especially when you're going through things. You've got something within yourself that can really help others, no matter how hard it is, and doing that can sometimes really bring you a sense of, you know, I did something. I wasn't just sad, you know. So that's why I want to do that today. So anyway, let me know. Okay, now if you guys didn't know, or you did, because I mentioned it in my other vlog, and I think I mentioned it in my story time that I did in like March. I think it was March. Basically, it was earlier on in the year. I went into a little bit about like my background and a bit about me, and you know, how I kind of got here. I'm going to go into it a little bit more so that this makes sense, because what I don't want to happen is that if I do decide to take a little break from Vlogmas, because I've decided it can be a thing, I'm sorry, you might need a little day break, then you all understand why and like what's going on in my life and whatnot. When I was 11, and also I've got a thing about looking away from the camera, especially when I find myself getting emotional. So if you see me looking over there, because I'm trying to avoid eye contact with you all. So when I was 11, I lost my brother to knife crime. And if you're not from England, then basically the reason why I say knife crime is because, so he was stabbed to death, but in the past decade, maybe more, it has been more because my brother died over a decade ago, there has been an epidemic in our country, in the UK, of knife crime, where a lot of young people, young men in particular, are being stabbed and losing their life very young. Unfortunately, my brother is one of those people, and in 2006 he was murdered. And yeah, in 2006 he was murdered, and I was 11 at the time. So as you can imagine, or if you can't, then you know, I have a lot of, there's a lot that I've been through because of the age that I was then, the age that I am now, dealing with grief, trauma, all of that. Through my life, I have done so much to try and fulfill that thought that, you know, I can do something to stop this happening, to stop the knife crime epidemic happening to anyone else. I wanted to do something. And in wanting to do something, I made a documentary. Now, when I set out to make that documentary, I was in university. A competition basically came up for me to, like, if I wanted to do a documentary basically. And I created the idea that I wanted to do it about my brother, and I wanted to find out more about his death, what happened. Yeah, basically that was, long story short. It was a few years ago. It was when I was doing my second degree that I got this opportunity. So let's say I did the competition in June. By September I started filming. I'd never been a TV presenter in my life. I'd never, like, I was at uni doing journalism, so that will explain a bit as well. So I knew the basics, like I knew how to use a camera. I knew kind of how you're maybe supposed to speak on camera, but I'd had no formal training. I'd never worked for any business or corporation in my life, so this was like the first big thing for me. And I was unpacking this story of what Hey girl. Okay guys, sorry about that. My sister called. So what I'm actually gonna do, because I technically like, I started the story and now I kind of wanna try and jump back into where I was. So hopefully this is gonna make some sense in the vlog. I was gonna start all over again, but you girl can't bothered. So let's just go straight into it. And I've also finished my tea now. It's empty, so I'm gonna have to get through this story time really quick. So basically, yeah, went to uni. Went to uni to do my master's degree, and whilst I was doing my master's degree, I was doing a competition for a documentary which I won. So I think the competition was in like June, and then I started to film in September. So what my basic mission was that I wanted to find out what happened to my brother, like the real story, because I was so young and because I knew parts but I didn't know the full thing. And I wanted to help other people that would be going through this, because especially even now and at the time that my brother died, a lot of people were losing loved ones to knife crime and stuff. So I just felt like sharing my story with the world would help others. As crazy as it sounds, I hope it doesn't sound crazy. Basically, also the main reason why doing a documentary at that time was important is because my brother's case, or let me say his murderer's case, was coming up to the time of where you can apply for parole to be released and stuff like that. Now, because I needed to write a letter for that parole hearing, I wanted to document it. Like, I wanted to show people this is how it works when the family of a victim that have lost their life to murder, when they get an opportunity to be involved in the process, this is the involvement. So you write a victim impact statement, which is basically a page where you write about how it's impacted your family, how it's impacted you, your daily life, anything that you want basically. And that's what I was going to be doing whilst filming, whilst finding out information about my brother, whilst completing my degree. Like, it was all things going on. But yeah, so that part of my life wasn't that long ago, because making the documentary, it was 2018. Yeah, 2018, because I graduated from university 2019. Yeah, so 2018, made the documentary, finished university. After that documentary came out, it was a complete whirlwind, especially because during the time of making the documentary, I found out so many things. So for me, the main things that I found out... Sorry guys, I'm getting the world of calls today. Like, basically, yeah, I'm a busy girl, you know. Anyway, where was I in my story? Where was I? Yeah, I was finding out a lot of information about my brother's death and actually like what happened within his death. So I found out that there was like a build up to the initial murder. So him and this guy had this like ongoing feud sort of thing, where he just, I don't know, I guess he wasn't happy with who my brother was, the attention that he got from like girls, from the way he dressed, from loads of stuff. Like, that's the impression that I've got anyway. And yeah, they were having like little feuds back and forth. So I'm not going to fully go into it, but I have a whole documentary that is out, so you can go and watch it and you can find out all the details. But obviously I don't want to go into it too deeply because it's upsetting, especially around Christmas time. So yeah, and yeah, I found out all those little details whilst making the documentary. And then after the documentary came out, obviously a lot of people watched it, 1 million people to be exact, when it came out on BBC One. It was very scary. It was a time where I was very like secretly, I felt very alone about the whole situation, because one, I felt like I wanted to just do the duty of writing this letter for the parole hearing, doing this documentary to carry on my brother's legacy, to help others, to educate others, to inspire others. And in all of that, I didn't think about how it was going to affect me. And before obviously doing the documentary, when I was younger and growing up without my brother, he was my only brother, I just felt like this emptiness inside. So I guess doing the documentary and stuff, I felt like doing that would fill that void, you know. And it didn't really. It didn't, because even years later, now I'm 27, and it's still really hard for me to, you know, not, I guess I've dealt with my brother's death, but at the same time I'm very see, I promised I wasn't going to do this, but I'm not going to get upset. I'm just going to talk through the emotions. When it comes to things like Christmas, like now for example, it's really hard sometimes, because I'll have days where I'll be thinking like, okay, Christmas, like, how do you feel about it? What do you want? Like, you know, when someone says to you, what do you want for Christmas? And the one thing that I do want for Christmas is probably the same thing I want every Christmas, and it's just for love, light and happiness all around me. And ever since my brother died, I just felt like that whole vision of that just basically went. And now, especially doing content creating and making sure that like I'm posting all the time, and even doing Vlogmas and doing Christmassy things, it's proper put me in a space of I'm thinking a lot about Christmas and about family and about my brother, a lot about him. And there's something going on at the moment that I can't really speak about, but it's very heavily centered around my brother and his murder. So because I've got that to deal with, because I'm also like doing the job that I do for you guys, and then obviously just dealing with like the life that I've had, it's a lot, and it does take its toll on me at times. And at the moment it's definitely taking its toll. I won't sugarcoat it, I won't lie. I'm trying to be very honest and open with you guys right now. I do suffer with depression and anxiety and a few other things, but again, I am human. I am a strong, fearless, ambitious individual, and I don't give up. So that means that no matter what it is, I'm gonna keep it pushing. And with this, I just wanted to turn on the camera and just talk about, I guess, what I was genuinely going through today. And even though I gave you guys like a short story time about basically the beginning of, not even really the beginning of my life, but what happened regarding my brother, it was very small. It wasn't, I didn't really go into much detail, but I feel like I didn't go into detail because I'm a bit wary about whether people want to see that on this channel. But I've got to be honest, because for what's happening in my life right now, the cooking stuff and everything like that is amazing. And then when I turn the camera off, when I'm not editing, when I lock this phone, there's a lot there's a lot that I'm going through. And I think especially anyone that's ever experienced loss or experienced a traumatic experience in their life, from a young age, from an older age, no matter what it is, I just want to constantly encourage people to never give up. And I know that sounds so easy for me to say that right now, especially when I'm letting you lot know I'm having a hard day today. But one thing that my brother's death taught me is that death... Now it's my dad calling me. I'll call him back. I'll call him back because we need to finish the vlog. What I'd just like people to know, anyone watching this that's experienced loss, death, any traumatic experience, and if you haven't, this even still applies to you. Like, I'm very open to talking about life and what life brings, and what I want anyone to know watching this is that anything that you put your mind to and focus on is possible, no matter what is going on in your life. I've had, this is what it's felt like. So like, I'm here, it's felt like there's things coming from here, there, everywhere, hitting me for the past over a decade of my life. Genuinely. Like, losing my brother at a very young age, it made me into a very like quiet, reserved, in a shell type of girl. And then afterwards, like, and I would only say it was maybe after I made the documentary, I started to learn more about myself, about what I actually wanted in life, about what I was good at. Like, people people who are watching this probably know me, went to uni with me and stuff. Like, I enjoy doing journalism. I still enjoy it now. But I feel like one of my true, if I admit this to myself, one of the main reasons I think for going into journalism is because I wanted to do more regarding my brother's death. I wanted to be able to amplify my voice so that more people could hear about this subject, and that if this is an issue and it is happening, then we need to do something about it, because I'm going through it, my family's going through it, and it's the most unbearable pain that I've ever experienced in my life, and I would hate to know that someone watching this is going through it or has gone through it. And even now, looking back and thinking, wow, you really went to university twice, you really made a documentary, and then you went on to make another one, which I haven't gone into that, but yeah, I made another documentary about knife crime as well, and I don't regret any of it. Absolutely any of it. And you know why I don't regret any of it? Even though I'm not in that job anymore and I'm doing what I'm doing now, as I said at the beginning of the vlog, you guys give me more happiness that I've ever had in my life. Just the feeling that I get when I upload a new video, and when people say I've tried your recipes and it was so good, like, it makes me feel like there's something from me that I can do that can make others smile. And that used to make me happy when I made the documentary and people would come to me and say, you know, you're really strong, and I would smile because they say it's helped them, but I wouldn't be smiling to say, oh, I'm really that strong person. I still didn't really believe it because I didn't think there was anything I did to change the situation or whatnot. But I realised at the beginning of this year that there was a big change that I needed to make, and it was to start putting myself first. And that's not the wrong thing to do either. If you're the type of person where you find yourself putting other people first a lot of the time, especially in a traumatic situation, you've got to also realise that you're a human being, so you've got to be patient and caring to yourself as well. And I made that decision to do that at the beginning of the year, and then my year went like this. My year totally changed. I got myself to a point where I had no job. I'll be honest with you guys, I left my job totally for this. Like, and I wouldn't even say I left my job, I was kind of pushed out of it. I had no job in the pandemic. I didn't know what I was going to do with myself, and then I literally just went into the kitchen and started cooking. And that shows me that what I'm saying, what I'm feeling, everything is truly a gift from God. Like, I would never have anticipated that this is the way my life would have turned out now after everything that I've been through. But on days like this, I have to constantly remind myself that no matter what you're going through, be patient, be kind to yourself, and be fearless. Like, your biggest fear isn't what got you to where you are right now. It's your courage that got you to where you are right now. So if anything, be afraid of your courage, because my courage has took me so far now. I'm scared of what could come for me in the next like year or two or whatever. Seeing like, if you've seen my story time from before, Snoop Dogg saw my TikTok. Like, Snoop Dogg, the rapper, like, no one even knows this, but my brother's favourite rapper, one of them, well, there was a few, Snoop Dogg reminds me so much of my brother because he used to play his music all the time. Now, Snoop Dogg probably doesn't even know that, but the fact that that happened, like, I uploaded a TikTok, Snoop Dogg saw it, Snoop Dogg reposted it on his page, like, when do these things in the world happen? So hence why, that's why I'm afraid of my courage, because it just makes me think, wow, the more fearless I am, the more success that can come. That I just need to believe in myself and continue to believe in my talent. And I'm glad that I've shared this with you guys. I know that I didn't really go into it too much, and I gave you little snippets, but the reason why I wanted to share with you a little bit more about my brother and what I'm going through at the moment, with it being Christmas and loss and stuff like that, is because I know that some of you probably watching this are going through things at home, because the same way like how I post my content and I have a life going on behind the camera, I know you guys do too. And I don't know everyone's story, but I just hope that what I've said today, it can help or touch someone in a way that, you know, just speaking to you guys has touched me. Because this morning as you guys would have seen at the beginning of the vlog, I went to the gym to try and relieve some stress. I actually began to break down in the gym, which felt a little bit, you know, like a weakness, but in the end I just told myself that I've got so many reasons to be on this earth and be living and thriving in the moment that I'm in right now, because a year ago from now I did not want to be here. I did not want to have any more trauma or anxiety or sad moments. I just couldn't deal with it anymore, and like that's why I have to give you guys all of the glory. Like, I've got to say thank you so much just for like rocking with me, for supporting with me. This is real. Like, if you lot don't realize it right now, this is real. This is the reality of what I'm feeling. You guys supporting me has totally turned my life around. And even though I still have moments like this where, you know, I miss my brother, I think about what happened to him, I think about the fact that it shouldn't have happened to him, I think about the fact that I did a documentary and I don't feel like I did everything that I could have done. Like, I wish I could have done more to help others. I wish I could have done more to get across the message. I'm always going to try and do more, but yeah, I'm a human being, so I'm just out here living life and trying to go down every path that God guides me down. So yeah, now I'm glad I didn't get upset, but I am a bit overwhelmed, but I'm good. I don't really know how to end this vlog other than, if you guys see a vlog uploaded tomorrow, then yes, I did it. If you don't, then it means I just needed a little bit of a breather, because it's just been a hard couple of days. And yeah, but hopefully I do. Who knows? Who knows? You'll probably see me tomorrow in a vlog, because I can't ever let you guys down. That's the thing with me. I always just feel like I've got to keep on doing better, you know? But thank you for watching this video. If you stayed throughout the whole thing and watched it, thank you. Honestly, I appreciate it, because I try and not make these videos doom and gloom, but I do want to make them honest and pure. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, just for supporting me and for rocking with me for this long. And believe me, if there's one thing I'm going to end this vlog on to make it a good one, this is not the last of it. You're going to see everything, like absolutely everything. I am making it a point. I'm manifesting it right now. What time is it? At 3:44 on the 6th of December. I'm manifesting it right now. Whether it takes a year, whether it takes a month, whether it takes whatever, I'm going to flourish to the highest level possible. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be fearless. I'm going to be ambitious. I'm going to be everything under the sun, and I'm going to do it and inspire others whilst doing it. So come on this journey with me, man. I'm not going to use this moment to say subscribe, but subscribe, man. Let's go through this together. And you know, no matter what the highs, the lows are, let's take life at its full capacity and just learn, grow and elevate. That's what we're here to do. So again, thank you for watching this video. Love to you all. See you in the next video.